Hey, what's going on? Chris Garcia here, coming to you from Rockland, California. Just wanted to say a couple things about the guy that I consider the angel that rescued me from home business hell, Michael Angel Martin. So, a little bit of background, real quick, about me. I've been in network marketing, home business, affiliate marketing for 8 years. The majority of it was an epic failure. I struggled endlessly, had a lot more failures than successes. Um, and I was just kind of like all over the place. Home business is a very noisy industry. It's easy to get overwhelmed and confused and frustrated and all those things. And one day he kind of popped out of nowhere. He messaged me on Facebook and he invited me to the project he was working on. And there was just something about him that I just decided, okay, I'll give it a look. I'll check out what he's got. And I was sold on what he was doing. And, because he's just a regular guy. He's just a dude that, he's not hypey. He's not loud. He's just laid back, chill, and he just has something cool to share. And I really connected with that vibe. So I didn't really know him before he invited me, but I got to know him as I worked with him. And, you know, he just has this energy about him where it's like, yeah, I think I made the right choice. And so he laid out a system that was so simple, that is so simple, that anyone can do. I mean, look at me, 7.5 years of mostly epic failures. And since working with him, 4 months after I decided to work with Michael, I was able to leave my full-time job. A dream of almost a decade I was able to do. What I couldn't pull off in 7.5 years before Michael, I pulled off in 4 months working with him. And he just has this way of just cutting through the noise, cutting through the crap, and getting you on the fast track to success. And if you do what he says to do, you will absolutely be successful. So anyone that chooses to be in Michael's circle and you do what he says to do, you will absolutely succeed. You know, we like to call him the internet assassin. And that's something else that I love him for, is that he rescued me from the offline hell. Because before working with Michael, I was being taught to prospect offline. I was being taught to make a list of 100 people, do home parties, do home meetings, all the things that I hated about network marketing. Ugh, I hated all that stuff. But he is the online guy. I've been able to achieve the success that I have, making a residual income that I never thought was possible for me. I knew it was possible overall, but I didn't think it was possible for me. And what he put together just made it so simple to achieve that. And it was, from the day I started working with him all the way up until now, it's been like one record-breaking thing after another, personal records. And it's all because he provided me a blueprint for freedom. He provided me a blueprint for what to do, because he's already been massively successful. And all I did was plug into what he said to do. And, novel idea. When you replicate someone who's successful, you then become successful. And so it was kind of like flipping a switch. I went from massively struggling constantly to bam, I became successful. And I I thank him. I'm grateful for him that he's in my life, that I get to work with him. And anyone else who chooses to work with him and do what he says to do, you will absolutely achieve success. He's all about helping you succeed. And he's not just a great business partner that gave me the blueprint for success and freedom, but he's also an amazing friend. I consider him my abundance coach. He's helped me see the world in a better light. He's helped me overcome my scarcity thoughts and embrace abundance. I just feel like any life that he touches will become better for it. And so I'm just so grateful that he came into my life a little over a year ago. I had the wherewithal to see that he's the real deal. And I was able to quit my job with him, and I've been able to do more than that with him. Now I'm learning how to expand my wealth so I can have, his level of success. And I couldn't have done any of this without his help and support, and without his like above and beyond leadership. I mean, he just cares about who he works with. He just does. He might care more about your success than you do, but I can't say enough about the guy. I love him to pieces, and I'll be working with him for the rest of my home business career as long as he's doing this industry. And, I just can't say enough. So my life before working with him, constant struggle. And, it was just, I was running on fumes. My hope was dying. And, it was just a nightmare. And as soon as I decided to lock arms with him, boom, my success and my life took off. So, if you're brand new to this industry and you're running across him, oh my gosh, you'll have it so much easier than I did before I met him. And if you've been struggling for a long time, work with him. And as long as you do what he says to do, you will have success. You just will. Because the system that he put together, the system that he plugged me into, simplest thing in the world, straightforward. I was frustrated, confused, and just overwhelmed before I met him. And what he plugged me into changed all that. And he made me believe in network marketing again. And there's just not enough gratitude that I can send him that would fulfill how much he has done for me with giving me the blueprint for making all of this possible. So thank you, Michael Angel Martin. Love you, appreciate you. And you are the guy that answered my home business prayers. So thank you. And that's what I got to say. See you.